One of the things you're often going to want to do as an affiliate is see the transactions that your merchants are running. And there's a million reasons you may want to see them. You may want to perform an action on the transaction for the merchant. You just want to see when a transaction happened. You want to see the status of a transaction. There's a million different reasons. But we give you an option on the home screen to go to a transaction search. And the search looks very similar to what merchants have. You have a search section and a snapshot section, and these do basically the exact same thing. So the only difference from what merchant search does is that you can filter by specific merchant accounts or specific platforms. So if you want to search for all your transactions on all merchants, just leave this here. Or if you want to search for a specific merchant, you can select them from the dropdown. And if you want to do a search for a specific payment platform, so you only want to see ones on, we'll do CollectPay or something like that, you can select a specific processor, or you can leave it as all to find all of them. So you can filter a little bit more than a merchant can. I'm just going to do a basic search here to give you an idea, but again, it's very similar to what merchants have. When I do the search, it's going to return all my transactions, so I can see them here in a table that looks very much like what you see in the merchant interface. We just show you the merchant that ran the transaction here. And you can see the type of transaction, the status, all that good info. And if you want, you can click into one and see a receipt for it. So here's all the information about this transaction. You can navigate between them using these buttons at the bottom. You can print a receipt, email a receipt, void or refund. So if there's an event where it would be easier for you to void a transaction, for example, than for you to ask a merchant to do it, then you can just void it from this interface. It will immediately void it, and that's all good. And the merchant will see that, of course, in their reporting as well. So additionally, you're going to see a lot of transactions on here sometimes, and maybe you want to download them. So we give you the option to download these as a CSV or an Excel file. And so you'll see that at the bottom of every list of transaction search results, and you can download it. Now, this is going to give you a lot of data about the transaction. So if you want to thin that out or customize what you see, you can go to your settings and then report configuration, and then you'll see a list of report configurations that you have made. Now, I've already got one made on this account called something custom. And if I hit the edit button on this, then I can see what I've got here. And so I have these on the left that are available to me, and here on the right are the ones that are actually going to be in the download. So this only has 6 fields. The default one has like 70. So it's a lot, but it's convenient if you just want to use the stock one. I'll kind of go over to that real quick. I can view that, actually. You can't edit the default one, but you can see that one. There are 76 columns that'll show in the CSV or Excel file, but this one is a little less. Now, if I want to add to this, I can just hit the arrow on any of these things and then drag the item where I want it, or I can just drag it directly over here on the right and then save my changes once I'm done. If you ever want to change the default one that's selected when you go to a transaction search results page and hit the download button, you can hit this little map icon to make that the default, and that'll be highlighted in green so you can tell which one is currently the default.